from the Heavenly Father upon the people on the world, man. Right. Okay. And the Lord showing His wrath, His fury. All right. So when you see a harsh famine, all right, when you see natural disasters occurring, and a lot of people are dying, that's the power in the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Right. Okay. And the Lord's he's gonna raise it up. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse, leading up to the time when He sends His Son to come back to redeem His elect, His chosen. Okay. What's your question?
I wanted to ask, do you guys have information about the pagan holidays as opposed to the holy days that are in the Bible?
Yeah. When you read the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, it gives you the breakdown of all the different holy days.
But I'm saying, y'all have one of the pamphlets or something.
No, we don't have a
I can show you something.
Because I mean, I know it's all throughout Scripture where it talks about the holy days, and I'm very aware of the pagan holidays and all that. But just I wanted something like a thing, like you tell people about it too.
Just on my screensaver.
Oh, okay.
You have to keep it fresh.
Like for instance, y'all know Easter is a pagan holiday, right?
Yeah.
Everybody about to celebrate Ishtar, the goddess of fertility. That's wickedness, man. Y'all people are heavy into that spirit. And that's the reason why, in the first place, why our people ended up in captivity. You know?
We scriptures tell you how to figure it out. But it takes a lot of work to figure it out too. You gotta map off the seasons and all, equinox and all that. It's tough, but it's not that hard when you know how to do it.
I respect the show.
Revelation 18, good.
Revelation 18 and 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Yep, and that's talking about the nations that got rich off of America. All right. Now the men in battle that's going to take down America. They ain't talking about them. They're talking about the companies and the different troops. That's actually going to, because you got to remember, America is a big consuming nation. All these other nations, they get rich off of America, all right, because they import their goods in turn for riches over to this place, okay? But this place is going to get destroyed, all right? Go ahead.
It's Revelations 18 and 11. And the
Seven and 8.
Revelations
18 verse 7 and 8. Yeah.
Revelations 18 and 7. How much she hath glorified herself.
And this is talking about Babylon the Great, aka the US of A. Okay? So much she glorified herself, meaning she sits in a position where she's exalted. Every other nation looks at America and want to come here. They think this is the way. All right, they think this place is built with gold. It's the land of free. You can do what you want to do. You can worship whatever God you want. You can come over here and be a slut, a harlot. Okay, the man can come over here. He can change his gender. He can, pretty much America's a free for all, man. For all the other nations to come here
You
and
can do
commit
it thou
fornication.
wilt over here.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like I was gonna say, in a few minutes or hours or whatever, that song "Proud to Be American" is gonna come on. I can do everything because that's the pride of America. America has that type of pride where they have people singing that. And when these hillbillies come to town and bass, we hear them singing that song. Like proud, they're looking at each other and they're like, yeah, they're super proud. Not knowing that this place is gonna come before their face.
That's right.
Read that verse again.
Revelations 18 and 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Yeah, she lived deliciously, man. She exalts herself, man. You know, American Idol and you know all the luxurious images that they Clinton push on the television about America.
Yep.
All right, I want to go to America. I want to visit the Empire State, New York.
Hey,
I want to see the Empire State building.
As I said, the
Right.
American dollar is the world currency right now.
Exactly.
Now it's fading away from that. People in other countries starting to wake up, but that's pride in itself. And everybody was willing to deal with this American dollar.
Lucky, just this week they announced that the Fed, one of the ways they're going to do away with the money, they're going to do it gradually. They say they're going to get rid of all the big bills. So the $100 bill, they're going to phase it out. Not just the 100 here, but all big denominations all over the world. They say it like this. They say $1 million of paper money in $100 bills weighs about 22 pounds. But $1 million in 20 weighs 125 pounds. So they say by just doing that alone, they're gonna cut out a lot of the drug trade because who gonna walk around with all these 20s?
Right.
Jake will though, I'm gonna tell you that now. Because he love a dub. I just started putting that in there.
Go back.
Revelation 18 and 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Yep.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
Yeah, so as long as this woman want to live like she's carefree, she's been exalted, or she has that pride, you know, because America is basically the spirit of pride, man. Proud to be an American spirit. All right, you got your Dodger, your New York Yankee fitted hat, you know. You got your Raider, you know, your Raider gear. You know, hey, that's, I didn't even see him with that shirt. I didn't even see him with it, man. Hey, but that's the but that's the pride of to be an American, man. You exalted everything that America is about and pushes. All right, and what takes place. All right, that's her being glory. All right. Everybody's patriotic and proud about being here and being an American. Ask the average.
We got the bad.
Ask the average citizen, what is your nationality? They usually say, if they don't say a color, they usually say America.
Especially
American.
after 9/11,
Yep.
they was all Americans.
That's right, man.
Everybody was American.
You know?
We were all brothers.
That's right, man. But the Lord gonna give you sorrow, man.
Right.
Okay? He gonna give you misery. It's gonna be miserable to be an American in that day. Okay? You're gonna wish you wasn't in America when the Lord begins to visit this place. Okay? That's why a lot of the nations, a lot of them, they know, they foresee what's going on with the economy,
Getting out of here.
and they getting the hell on, man. A lot of the rich, they storing up their money and their goods, and they leaving the country. Okay?
That's why they're already exporting a lot of these businesses already.
Yep.
They know they can get it for cheaper in another country, and also it ain't got no future here.
Yep.
They're outsourcing is the word I was looking for.
That's right. Not only that, but a lot of companies and businesses are shutting down and leaving overseas. That's a lot of cutoffs in jobs. Okay? You even got the big corporations that are shutting down all across the country. You got a lot of supermarkets. What was that? A few months back, they shut down, I don't know how many Walmarts,
Yeah,
Fresh and
260
Easy's.
something.
Yeah.
260.
A lot of Kmart's, Targets, you know, they're gonna keep doing it, man, and that's gonna cut a lot of people's employment, man. A lot of people gonna lose their jobs.
What it's doing too is bringing everybody closer together because when you shut down a Walmart,
You gotta all come
all those people got to migrate to another side of town to go eat now.
That's right.
It's gonna be easy to shut these cities off with martial law.
And why are they shutting these companies down? Because they don't have enough money to pay off their employees.
Yep.
Okay, and the supply is becoming short. Okay, so guess what? That's gonna lead to more and more depression.
Yep.
Okay, that's gonna make the economy fall even more. All right.
Lucky, well, just here in Las Vegas alone, by shutting down one Walmart at the end of town on Nellis. You have just corralled a whole part of town into another zone.
Yep.
You kept them all away from Nellis Air Force Base. You kept all the big trucks from moving around Nellis Air Force Base. And if you don't live in that area, you're going to get pulled over by the police eventually because they're going to lock that area down.
Hey, somebody get Ecclesiastes 12. You know, Ecclesiastes the 12th chapter. I believe it's around 11, if I'm not mistaken. Because it speaks about that. Apostle Tahar did a lesson on it, man. All these companies are shutting down and they laying off a lot of people. So a lot of people gonna be without work. So that it's gonna be hard for them to care for their families. All right. And usually when that happens, that forces people to start doing illegal, you know. Ecclesiastes. Might be at the top.
Yes. Verse 3. Ecclesiastes 12, that's what I think.
Sure.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
And the grinders cease because there's few.
Yep.
So that means there's going to be a heavy unemployment rate. And usually Obama and them liars, them devils, they always tell you the opposite of the truth. They always tell you that the economy is getting better, they're producing more jobs, when really more jobs are actually shutting down and relocating to other countries, and the economy is getting worse and worse.
Every day.
They're just not going to tell you that, man.
I'm going to tell you, by you people on the street that actually live in your neighborhoods, the way you know that the economy's slowing down, look at these mini malls and these shopping centers. They'll have a real big extravagant one, but those little ones on the corner, they're not there no more. They're empty now. All the little corner stores and the little
Mom and pops.
your mom and pop stuff on the corner, all that stuff is gone. All that's gone. And these taxes and increase in minimum wage that destroyed the mom and pop business. Now only the corporations can survive this, and even now the corporations are crumbling, trying to keep this thing afloat. But it's bound to fizzle.
House of cards.
Yeah. House of cards about to get blown over.
Oh, right over.
Read that.
It says, Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, that's the strong men is like these top corporations that's now coming down. They have to come down and do menial work.
Somebody said Macy's was closed.
Yeah, Macy's too.
You know it's about over.
Right, well, Macy's.
A Miracle on 34th Street is finna go.
Right. It says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, because they look to the future and they don't see any hope in the future. That's the darkness that they look out the window. They look toward the future and they don't see anything positive happen. And if you don't see that yet already in America, then that's an issue now. You're gonna get caught up in the middle of that. I gotta keep going.
It's a term, I'm gonna look it up right now. But it's a term that they don't put out there. They usually lie about the unemployment rate, but they don't never include what you call the discouraged workers.
The ones that stop looking.
The ones that stop looking for work, man. Because the ones that's looking for work, they're able bodies, they're able to work, but they're having trouble getting hired in their particular field of work, you know? And and they see that there's not too many jobs out there, so they like, you know what? I'm gonna just fall back and just not look for work. And it's a lot of them than those that are just on unemployment.
I was just gonna say, and here's the trick with unemployment. I'm glad you brought it up. Unemployment is only a temporary thing. the amount that they give you on unemployment now is a lot less than what it used to be. You can only be on there maybe 6 months. Then you gotta get off. You gotta have a job or get off. One or the other. But you can't just go years and months without it, regardless if you're looking for a job or not. And so they count that, and they don't count those as unemployed anymore. They're not putting those into those statistics. People that get cut off from unemployment and still can't find work.
Right. So when they say the unemployment rate in America is 7 point this, 8 point that percentage rate, that's a lie, man.
Think of how much, think about how much money you save by cutting 2 months off of everybody's unemployment. Now the statistics look like they're going up, and 6 months later, and 8 months it look like they're going up from 6 months ago, and then they're saving money that they're not paying the people.
Stock raised. Stock market go up.
That's right.
They're not paying the people that are unemployed.
And then you wonder why the crime rate shoots up.
Yep.
You know, a lot of those people that you hear about that's going around robbing people, selling drugs, like mainly our people, man. They doing the wicked shit that they doing because they're discouraged, man.
Yep.
They can't eat, they can't feed their families. They're put in those positions because it's damn devils, man.
Right.
You know? But really, that's also a judgment from the Lord too, the curses.
Yep.
You know? This is when you Google the word discouraged workers, it says in economics, a discouraged worker is a person of legal employment. Selected. A discouraged worker is a person of legal employment age who is not actively seeking employment or does not find employment after long-term unemployment. This is usually because an individual has given up looking or has had no success in finding a job. Hence the term discouraged. You know?
That's right.
And that's what you experiencing all throughout America, man. They just will never tell you that in the media. All right? All right? And our people, they're the last, like the brother just said, our people are last hired, first fired, man. All right, so once they get fired, they'll try to look, but that record, that being on their record, it's gonna be hard for them to find other jobs. Okay?
Let's not forget about there's no more affirmative action.
Yep.
So they don't have to hire us no more. And what they're doing, they're firing 2 Jakes and hiring 1 Edomite or 1 white person.
Right.
Or 1 heathen or whatever you want to call it. And now they're making money because they'll give them more hours and more pay. So it looks like a better job, but then they just fired 2 of us that money was distributed out to. And now we get fired, we become discouraged workers. And forced into a life of crime just to survive.
And that's why our people end up on government assistance. They end up on food stamps.
I was going to read it, but I'm going to just quote. In Isaiah, the 10th chapter, that's why it says, woe unto them that
Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
They have decreed unrighteous decrees like getting rid of affirmative action. People forget, and they got two simple-ass bird-brained Negroes and Hispanics gave away your own jobs because they took it away while you had jobs. So you thought, well, the other people that don't want to work, they just don't want to work. But you don't understand the big thing of what they did. Now, y'all done got fired, and now you're wondering how come you can't get a job unless it's a damn menial service job. Go ahead.
Hold on. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is the one who is finna end affirmative action. Even though this so-called Negro is a benefactor of affirmative action. He would not be in the position he was if the government wasn't made to hire him back in the day for the other jobs that he got, which he worked himself up to being a Supreme Court Justice. But he's going to eliminate it. He's going to be the one to eliminate it. That's why they killed Justice Scalia, to get rid of the guns, affirmative action, and to solidify Obamacare and gay rights. He was
Now,
holding
they-
all
they-
that up.
doors open
And they
now.
want to push that marketing beef too.
Yeah.
They want to push that chip, man. That's
And he
part
was
of
in the way. He was in the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
And a lot of times they'll do things like they take away affirmative action, they'll set up certain legislation that you don't even realize is going to hurt you in the long run. And you go along with it, you sign it, and then it ends up biting you in the ass later because you don't research. Jacob's so stupid, they don't research and look stuff up unless somebody slap them in the face with it. And even then, they only going to go that far. They going to, like what happened to Black Lives Matter. I ain't heard that phrase in months. Nobody cares. But that's all prescribed. They put it out there, and it's all prescribed by this white man to get you docile to other things. Because they throw the Super Bowl, they throw the NBA Finals, they throw the party and bullshit in front of you, and you eat it up. Keep going.
Isaiah
right.
10 and 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
They don't help the poor of our people. They just become, what was the word again? Discouraged workers now. They don't even try to get jobs no more. Because they know if we put drugs in the neighborhood, that's gonna help them deal with the mental anguish of not eating and not feeding their families to the right level. If we keep that alcohol and tobacco in the neighborhood, that's gonna appease them for a little while. If we keep them all cuffed up and confined, we're gonna fill up the jail cells with them because they're gonna turn to a life of crime. This is all prescribed by Willie Lynch and the so-called white man. They put all that together when they put this plan in action. That's why there's a certain area of every city that just Negroes and Latinos and poor people live at.
The ghetto,
And it's called the ghetto or the projects.
which is another name for experiment.
Right. It was an experiment. What'll happen if we put them all in there? And now they're doing it. Right?
And to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey,